What is going on, everybody? It is me, Clear, and I am finally here to be doing my custom LEGO minifigure showcase video, the second one I have for Batman vs Superman. And for this video, I have the second version, which I promised you guys in the original showcase, for the second version of my armored bat suit. And I also, to go along with him, Lex Luthor and my Doomsday Big Fig. So yeah, guys, this took a while to put together. I've also been working on a whole lot of other stuff. I'm not sure when this video will go up, but these were the characters I wanted to make. I did also make a Batman and Superman minifigures, but those they didn't come out correct. They just didn't look how I wanted them to. I'll probably show them to you in an update. And here's a kind of a quick look at Batman, but he's really dark. So yeah, they didn't really turn out how I wanted them to with the sculpting and the faces, but everything else on them turned out good. But yeah, these are the minifigures I wanted to showcase you guys. So without further ado, I have a lot of stuff to show you, so let's get started. Alright, and we're kicking this thing off with the second version of my armored bat suit. And guys, this full sculpt is just, wow, I can't believe I pulled this off, guys. Everything except for the cowl that is not sculpted is mine. I mean, I'll have to go over everything, but first of all, guys, I did give him the Krypton spear that he doesn't use as, he was about to kill Superman with, but he didn't end up actually needing it, and Superman actually ended up using it, and that is a sculpted piece on the end. I know that is not, yes, that is actually painted green stuff. I actually weathered it a little bit, and you can see I put two. I didn't really know what was on it, so if I can make it focus here, I did just put two little gray strips around where his hand goes, and weathered them a bit. And then I weathered the little green piece of Krypton, whatever it is, on top of it. And it was actually not actually a black bar, a piece. I actually cut that piece out, and I'm not sure if it was longer or shorter. I'm pretty sure it was a bit longer, but whatever. Here we go. The actual minifigure itself. Now, this is the actual helmet and head I used. Obviously, it's repainted, and this is actually the more accurate color. This is the same head I had, just with the stubble painted in a lot more. It's the same head, though, and without paint. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys this. This is really awesome, because the neck piece is actually sculpted. I can get it here. Yeah, it's actually sculpted. Hold on, it's actually sculpted onto the headpiece, and you can see it just pops right on there. So if we just go like that, so everything is like that, and the legs do still move, and I'll show you that. But let me just go over piece by piece. First of all, okay, torso. I painted that base layer, and then I painted the strap over it, and so that's the sculpt work I did on there. And then on the arms, I have these pads, then this like chain piece, I'm not really sure what to call it, and then these kind of cuffs on the like closer down by the hands, and that's symmetrical on both sides, as symmetrical as I could. And then here, we'll go to the back. I did sculpt the cape, and I put the little wave in it, and I weathered it. I used a light gray, and I think it's a dark gray, but it just stands out a little bit better than the dark gray I think would have. So there's that. And then the legs, we have these big, like, blocky, they're just really kind of big. These, like, I don't even know what to call them. They're just little leg parts. And then underneath that, actually, before I sculpted that bottom piece, with all the, like, the vent looking piece, this is actually, there is painting, or sculpting, that is sculpted on the front of the boots, and I'll have to show you, but you can still stick it on a stud. He can still fit, even with the sculpting on, the front and the side here, which looks like a vent piece, but it is, all sculpted, and I used an X-Acto knife to get those indentations. Oh, the belt is also sculpted into as well with some, all this was done with green stuff, by the way. Green stuff is awesome. That's what I recommend. I have yet to try Procreate, but I hear it's not as sticky, but green stuff I really do like, because you can just use water and get it toned down. But I did even sculpt onto the nose a little bit, so that was pretty interesting. Didn't expect to be doing any sculpting on there. And then, basically, what I did for painting on this minifigure, gold on the belt, gray on the strap, light gray on the cape. On everything else, this lighter silver than I used last time I used a gunmetal. This time it was silver, black weathering, brown weathering, done. Alright, I actually didn't sculpt the entire thing all at once, and I'm going to be talking about sculpting so much in this video, but I actually sculpted, I sculpted on before I sculpted the strap on, I painted and sculpted on the bottom half of that. I sculpted the top, I did the cuffs, the little vent pieces by the legs, and the cape, all last, because everything else was initially here. That was all after, and I realized it wasn't all consistently bulky. Alright, now, if I pop him off the stand here, this is probably the coolest part about them. One of the coolest parts about the minifigure. His legs do move. And you can see no paint is scratched off. So that's really awesome. But anyways, there is my Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, Armored Batsuit V2. Alright, before I move on to Lex, I do have this, where is it? This plate here to prove to you that he can stand on a stud with plate or little stud pieces all around him. So, yeah, that is, now we're actually repping him up. On to Lex. This simple outfit that Jesse Eisenberg has to portray Lex Luthor does not do him justice at all. And I know a lot of people, myself included, wasn't really sure about the actor selection, but man, he blew it out of the park so well, and I wish he had a more complicated outfit so that I could show you guys. I really, really do think he was amazing. But anyways, here's what we have. Alright, so let's kick this off with the face. I nailed the face the first try, I think, and I was really super happy. And I did not go with a smile either. Like a lot of people I actually noticed didn't do that. But yeah, just because I didn't, he's not as, obviously he's corny, but he's really angry. I mean, at the end of the movie, especially when he gets shaved. But I don't really have the orange suit, but the orange suit, like jail thing, when he's going tick, tick, tick. But this is what I did make, so I think it looks pretty good. And so he does have the hair, and a lot of people were like, oh, when's he gonna get shaved? Oh, he gets shaved. So yeah, that's great. Nothing on the back, honestly, just one little stripe. And that's really, I really don't like that. I couldn't do more on this figure. Standard black shoes. Actually, this pattern, these little, upside down, straight Y looking things, whatever you want to call them. That was just because I had nothing on the legs, and it looked really out of place, especially with how simple the rest of this minifigure is, especially with, nothing on the arms, nothing on the back, really. But yeah, and then everything else, you got the buttons, the shirt underneath, the collar of his shirt, and then just a little bit of skin there, and then, yeah, I just painted this hairpiece, and Lex Luthor is a really simple minifigure, but yeah. No trench coat for him. I didn't, he doesn't have it throughout the whole movie, so I was like, I really don't want to use the last trench coat I have. I really need to save that for a different minifigure, so I did. And I really do like this look, the more standard look. So, yeah, on to our big fig. Alright, guys, here we go. Final minifigure. First big fig. Technically is a big fig, but anyways, technicalities out of the way, guys. This isn't even Lego, so another technicality. So yeah, guys, I do want to talk about this because I promised you guys I would before I even move him. This is a D-Cool custom big fig. It is not Lego. Alright, let me talk about why I bought this and then the issues I have with D-Cool. First of all, why did I buy this? I got 2 of these big figs. Actually, this is a big fig I actually got, was a Dark Side big fig. Got both of them like $6. So like $3 for a couple, for like 12, the plastic, whatever. But the thing is, guys, I wasn't about to spend, anywhere from $8 to $12 so I could sit for probably an entire day sanding a big fig. I was not going to do it at all, and I was not going to do that junk, and I wasn't going to do it even if I would have bought in like the actual Lego Darkseid big fig. It still would have been a lot of money. So Let's let me zoom in a little bit here. Even if I would have done that, it still would have been really expensive, and I still would have had to do some sanding, but from what I know, the whole is the exact same. But even if it is, it's really expensive. And alright, now my problems with Decool. Why was I hesitant to buy this? It's a Lego ripoff, but one of the reasons I knew I was okay with buying it was because Decool can't take over Lego. It's a Chinese ripoff. Even in the US, we have Chinese Lego ripoffs. I mean, Mega Bloks counts as a Lego ripoff, okay? So, before you hate on Decool, you need to look around. We have Lego ripoffs here in the US, Canada, probably other, in Europe and stuff, but I'm okay with it. I'm not completely, like, I don't have a big hate for Decool or anything because we're not the only people ripping Lego off. Alright, and then one more thing. Where was I? Yeah, what was I gonna say? I wasn't paying a whole lot of money anyway, so I wasn't really giving them that much, a lot of money anyway. As long as I never pay over $10 to get an order from them, I know I'm not helping them stay in business or anything. Well, obviously I am, but the only people are spending over $10 are customizers who really don't care about quality, and then we have people who actually respect Lego and are either just seeing what they are, or they're making custom minifigures, or they just, whatever. So, yeah, guys, this thing is just loaded with all kinds of clay, and I used green stuff like I did here on the armored bat suit as well, and as you can see, this is a bit of a scale. He's probably, and he has a cowl on, so he's probably 2 minifigures high, I would say, and it's just huge. So yeah, the other thing, let me just get started with this, actually. Everything sculpted on, is the inside, the face here. You can see that on the original one. It's nice to have 2 of these. I had to carve in I had to sculpt out the head, because or else it would have had this, like, this, like, engraved part in it. And, I think I covered that up pretty good at the top and the sides, so you can't really tell. So that was nice. And plus, he's a little bit more evolved than he was in the beginning, but not fully evolved, so that's another thing. I sculpted on that 6-pack. I could have, added a couple more marks and stuff, but I just wanted to leave it, and I'm not sure how completely accurate that is. I sculpted on the pectorials, and I sculpted on each little spike and more. So, each little spike, 1, 2, probably 10, 15 on here. But then there's this little piece of clay right here that's also there. Is there anything else here? I have a couple of those little ones. Yeah, that's another little one. So they're not all big. And, alright, let me go over the process. I sculpted everything. So nothing was sculpted on... I didn't start painting until everything was sculpted on, like, the armor bat suit. And I need to... I'm sorry. Let me just a tad more. Sorry, this is gonna take forever. I did orange in the eyes because that's when he gets really angry, instead of giving him actual eyes, and you can just see he's battered and just a wreck. So how I did this, I painted everything in gray other than the I did even do those in so dark gray. Painted everything in dark gray. I did the orange in the eyes, the vanilla color on the horns. Okay, but for everything that's gray, black weathering paint, I used black paint to weather, then brown, then another layer of black, then another layer of brown, and then I went with the light gray. And the reason I didn't do the light gray second was because I wanted there to be a lot of gray on this minifigure, because I didn't want you guys to be overwhelmed. And can you guys not see his feet? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do this right. And so, yeah, and then I went over I want to call them horns, but they're more spikes. In, the black, I didn't do any other colors on here, so yeah, that's basically the process I went to create this big fig. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and wrap this showcase up. Well, that's it for my custom Lego minifigure showcase video for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. I know the film already came out and all that, blah, 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 but I made them now. I was really just seeing if I could do all 13 Civil War minifigures in time, and so I was really just seeing if I could do it or not. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.